Is it bullshit? Drinking for one night completely undoes all the working out you've done for multiple days. Depends on how much you drink and how much you work out / what sort of workout you do. It's not going to undo muscle gains. But if your workout goal is to burn calories, then drinking can absolutely undo that. For reference, there's between 80 to 100 calories in most shots. A few of those definitely undoes any work you've put towards burning calories. For most people trying to lose weight / burn fat, drinking is off the table. When it comes to caloric intake, it depends on how much you drink and how many calories you burned during those workouts. I don't drink beer because it has a lot of calories. If anything, I just drink hard liquor. Gets you fucked up faster and you wake up dehydrated, aka shredded as fuck. The phrase by itself is bullshit because it is devoid of context. It could be true, but it probably isn't. If you're trying to lose weight, and you ate up to your daily limit, then drinking would add extra calories and you would lose less weight than if you hadn't gone drinking. But if you had enough room in your diet for a few beers, then it would be fine. If you were trying to gain weight, the extra calories don't hurt, but it's not a clean bulk. The alcohol calories aren't really helping to make up for things you're expending, so it's probably a wash. Completely bullshit. Drinking will not make your muscles smaller, or reverse your gains. You'll go to the gym the next or following day and be lifting the same as you did before. It can definitely add calories through the alcohol and whatever you decide to eat while hammered, though. Like others said, excessive drinking is no bueno no. But you ever notice cyclists and runnings cracking a cold one after their workout? The proteins and carbs in beer are good post-workout / ride / run. All in moderation though. You said muscle growth is what you want. To do that you need calories and some carbs. Just saying. But remember, if you don't work out you'd probably still drink, so that would be minus instead of ±0. I'm reasonably fit but also like to party. Stick to the stuff which has the least alcohol per calorie, like strong shots, dry wine, mix with soda water, etc. If that's true, then I'll have to work out for the next 30 years to make up. Well, if you die from alcohol poisoning, you pretty much undo your whole life. So I'm gonna say not bullshit. Athlete here. Bigger thing to worry about is the immune suppression that drinking causes. If you get drunk to the point of tipsy, it's been shown that your risk of illness and injury skyrockets for as long as 7 days. In my experience, if you're training hard and your body is on the edge of its limits, it's pretty much certain that the one night of drinking will push your immune system over the edge. This stops you training obviously, so yeah, I'd say it does indirectly undo everything you've done. Alcohol can interrupt protein synthesis, and there is the calorie part. So the more you drink, the more you are affected. But all of it, then there will need to be some heavy drinking. It will not undo anything. It will just temporarily interfere with the building part. It at least delays your regeneration. Obviously not. There's a lot of beefcake pissheads out there. As an alcoholic in recovery, and someone that works out 5 days a week, I am gonna anecdotally say it is not bullshit. I absolutely believe it messes with my metabolism even more than just the extra calories involved. I also believe it disrupts protein synthesis, because your body stops everything to break down the poison now in your system. During this time, your muscles are not recovering and are being starved of nutrients. I have been around long enough to know that alcohol messes with my gains. Again, just my anecdotal evidence, which is probably worthless. Most rugby players drink and look at them. It's bullshit. Usually when one starts drinking, they also start eating. Alcohol inhibits decision making, and those nachos look delicious. Why not? You worked hard, you deserve it. It just makes a slippery slope more fun to slide down. Spirits are low in calories and you don't have to eat pub food. There are ways to get drunk and still be on your weight loss journey. Like most things, you just have to have discipline and stick to your plan. Anecdotal, I drink and lift a lot and I'm pretty jacked. I drink mainly wine and whiskey / vodka. LaCroix as a mixer. Honestly, the pop and beer will hurt your physique more than anything cause empty carbs. This is purely my experience. Please don't go start drinking 10 drinks a night and think it won't affect your workouts. I average 5 drinks a night, 3 to 5 days a week at 6'3", 220 pounds, tilde 12% BF. Life hack: don't exercise, then your drinking won't undo the exercise. From my understanding, is not like it completely undoes your workout, but rather alcohol has a negative impact on your muscles and the ability to grow at a healthy rate. Also, most alcohol has a considerable amount of calories when taken in large quantities, which is something that most people do. It doesn't affect muscles. Well, it makes it hard to work out, of course, but no, it doesn't physically make them worse. It's only the calories. Bullshit, for me at least. Outside of caloric intake, does drinking like 2 to 3 drinks have any permanent impact on the body? Someone told me every bit of alcohol will reduce liver functionality and something to do with cortisol levels, or is that more for excessive drinking? Depends on what you're drinking. Your weight is calories in, calories out, no matter where you get your calories from. If I ride 25 miles today, and go out drinking tomorrow, as a 5'3" woman at 130 pounds, I can't drink much to begin with, so let's say I drink enough to be drunk. If anything, my calories will probably balance out. It's not likely going to do anything to me. If I did this every night, yes, it will make me gain weight. Just pure physics. Now, alcohol can make you retain water, and does some crazy things to your body that makes your weight fluctuate a while. But no, it does not undo your workout. I do notice I can't perform athletically after a night of drinking, for a few days actually. Yes, complete bullshit. One has nothing to do with the other. My solution: on days when I drink, I just eat a little less to save room for the calories from alcohol. A very heavy protein meal in the evening and fasting in the daytime. Worst case scenario, I'll maintain instead of lose when stepping on the scale Monday, but I'll be lighter by the end of the work week. Hasn't failed me yet. The pounds keep coming. Not if your beverages also encourage you to dance like nobody's watching. I mean, we are watching and it's hilarious and there are probably videos out there, but hey girl, you burned some calories. I think that deep down we all know the answer to this. A raging night in which you drink 5 liters of beer, half a bottle of rum and eat a large takeaway pizza by yourself is going to stop your muscle growth in its tracks, deplete your body of vitamins, make you put on fat and ruin your training for the couple of days before and after the drinking session. A night in which you drink 3 normal-sized bottles of beer with a pal whilst sticking to your normal diet will have a negligible effect. For me, the cutoff is 3 beers. Any more and I know that my training is impacted. I can tell because I feel dehydrated and bloated the next morning. But it sounds like BS. It absolutely does impact muscle growth in a negative way, but it won't undo anything. They also contain lots of calories. If you want to really maximize muscle growth and losing fat, you should keep alcohol to a minimum. If someone is cutting at a 500 calorie daily deficit, and they have 5 standard shots of straight liquor a day, then yes, that would cancel out their deficit from their diet. The same as would drinking 500 calories worth of soda or sports drink, etc. But if that same person who was aiming for a 500 kilocalories/day deficit cut calories by 600 Monday to Friday and then had 5 standard shots, or 500 calories of anything, for that matter, on Saturday, then there would still be a net deficit of 500 kilocalories/day for that week, and assuming compliance for all 7 days, a 3,500 kilocalories weekly deficit equaling the same roughly 1 pound loss of body fat each week. The differences in alcohol versus other energy sources are: 1. Once your body starts metabolizing alcohol, it stops all other metabolism processes, sugar, fat, protein metabolism, until all the alcohol has been metabolized. then it returns to a normal metabolic state. 2. Sustained overconsumption of alcohol, getting drunk multiple times a week, will affect the hormone balance of the body, lowering testosterone and raising estrogen. While this does happen to a certain extent from even one drink, it's basically negligible unless you consume enough to make you drunk. My rule of thumb is, if it's enough to legally impair my ability to drive, it's enough to impact my gains, whether fat loss or muscle building. If you're working out 5 days a week, and you have 5 drinks totaling 500 kilocalories on the 6th day, then you rest for the next day. By the start of the next week you should experience little to no effects of the alcohol. I'm not a doctor, so talk to one for medical advice or before you try any sort of training or diet regimen. I learned all this from some videos I saw by Dr. Lane Norton, and it should be easily accessible on YouTube. Just search for Lane Norton and alcohol, and you should see it. Bottom line, don't overdo it on the drinking and stay tight on your diet and training, and you should be fine hitting your goals.